Oh, this only expired a little over a week ago. Not bad. Okay, I'm mostly stocked up. Need a few things. Let's see. Oh, look. Can make oatmeal cookies. Veganese cookies. That could be an interesting niche product. Okay, so how do is it artisanal or artisanal? Artisanal? I mean, Dr. Bonner's, Dr. Pepper, they're doing well. I'm a doctor. I mean, maybe that could be a thing. I think that adds a little bit of credibility. Let's see, I got my diplomas here somewhere. Ah. There we go. All four. Put this up in the shop. I wonder if there's room in the frame to add a cookie certification. Okay, sink is ready. Can you toast a cookie? Might get stuck. I don't want a bunch of crumbly cookies in there. Stove looks good. I don't know why they make these things so low. I feel like I really have to reach. How many inches are even in a cup? Let's see. There's a broil setting. Is there a cookie setting on this thing? And now we just have to wait, and hopefully they'll turn out okay. Okay, let's see how the first batch is doing. They do smell pretty good, but they're starting to melt. I mean, maybe that's a feature, you know, extra melty. I think that could still be good. Just don't know if I'm gonna be able to transport them. I do have a bag. Maybe I can bag them up. We'll see how it goes. Bag. They're just kind of starting to merge into one. So I think I'm gonna have to bring a spoon out. And as long as I have that spoon, I should still be able to serve these. I think I found what is almost a perfect place. You know, it's quiet, but there's still people that pass through here. Once it gets a little bit later, we'll start to get the joggers and the cyclists are going to be coming through here. Yeah, there's like a bench, and there's some interesting cookware and various things. Yeah, it's nice. It's the leaves are out, and yeah, I think I can make a nice little setup right here at this bench. I think we'll make some sales. Okay, so I got my little setup here. Got my sign, got my cookies and my spoon. I laid out a paper towel to make it sanitary. And I think we're basically good to go here. Dr. Josh's cookies, just what the doctor prescribed. Dr. Josh's cookies. Hello, miss. Can I interest you in some delicious cookies? They're pre-melted. Okay, sir. There were different kinds, but they're kind of mixed together, so you kind of have to just get what you get. Let me get my spoon out. Sorry. Okay. Oop. Don't worry, it's sanitary. Do you have a bag I can put it in? Otherwise, alright, well, I can kind of just grab a chunk and fling it towards your mouth. So I think, ugh, it's hard to hold the phone and do this. But I think 3 spoonfuls should be about a full cookie, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna fling it towards you, and you just kind of gotta catch it with your mouth. Oh no. So I guess the Girl Scouts, they just set up a booth, like pretty much just a few feet away. Everyone's going there. But it's okay. It's okay. Just gonna have to, you know, turn up my charm. Make sure that she doesn't poach my customers. Yeah, you can buy Girl Scout cookies if you want. I mean, if you don't mind buying from a company whose honorary president is Melania Trump, I mean, that's fine. If that's, I mean, if that's what you believe in. Dr. Josh's cookies. And yes, I am a real doctor. I can show you my diplomas. So what would have happened if Hillary Clinton won the election in 2016, then would Bill Clinton be their honorary president? I mean, how does that, I don't get it. How does that work? I forgot that it was Founders Day this week. But, I mean, that was like days ago. I don't even know why they're still out here. Not happy about this. That cute little face disgusts me. Is anyone else at least a little concerned that the Girl Scouts celebrate Founders Day on Halloween? I mean, I'm not saying that means that they're necessarily a demonic organization, but I mean, the truth is we don't really know that they aren't. Sir, you see that she has a line, 5 people long line over there, and you're gonna wait there when there's no one here? Sir, quality cookies over here. I mean, go on if you want to support New York, which is where their headquarters are, you know, and instead of supporting local Minnesota businesses. Shop local. Dr. Josh's cookies, much better than that New York-based organization over there. Come one, come all. Dr. Josh's cookies. Completely local, artisanal, or is it artisanal? I don't know, but they're extra melty. All made by Minnesota craftspeople. I mean, some of these places, you know, it says local, but is it really? I mean, at the co-op, you know, they were selling these apples, and it said local Wisconsin apple. What is that? We're not in Wisconsin. We're in Minnesota. I mean, and so I you know, I asked the clerk, like, well, what's the deal with these apples? And, you know, she says that local is an industry term, whatever that means. I mean, you know, it's one thing to control the narrative. Now they're just controlling the language itself. I mean, anything can mean anything. I mean, why do they need 6 different ranks? I mean, isn't the whole point of the cookie that it's flat, thus symbolizing our aspirations for a more horizontal society? And yet they, with these ranks and these badges, and having brownies and bastards, I can't even. I mean, that's just so hierarchical, you know? It's terrible. Miss, you know, you can jog here. You can just run in place like this. You can still get your workout while enjoying delicious cookies and supporting local culinary artists in the area. You're not in a race, miss. You don't have to run away. Frankly, naturalism and the wilderness and the romanticization of the wild is a settler colonialist construct, and I know that a lot of it, stems from Thoreau, who I do respect for many aspects of his ideology, but he very much viewed things through a white lens. He would see areas that had been cultivated for centuries with controlled burns and other indigenous techniques, and because there was no mono farming, he would say, okay, this is the wild, this is nature. There's a lot of evidence that the Amazon is man-made, is probably one of the greatest man-made wonders of history, and instead, people continue to look at it as part of nature. So I would really wish that people would open their eyes. I just don't feel the need to support an organization that continues to perpetuate these imperialist mythologies. And it's no secret that I've never liked camping. I was kicked out of 2 camps when I was a kid. I did get the laziest camper award. I call it camping, like, if I have to stay at a cheap motel, that's camping for me. I did have a friend who did convince me to go camping once. I tried to get out of it, and she's like, well, you're making a lot of excuses, and she kind of like just kept pushing the issue, so I did end up going with her. It was very difficult. I had to carry this heavy cooler uphill for like miles. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. There was a storm. I didn't know if the tent was going to hold up. I was very bad at the whole firewood thing. She only weighed like 90 pounds, but she had to do most of the chopping the wood. I tried to do it. It's not really a strength thing. It's just I just didn't have the right, technique and leverage and balance and all that. And it's whatever. It is what it is, I just never gonna be a camper. I grew up in Chicago. And I just don't feel the need to prove myself in that way. I think there are other ways that one can measure one's merits. For 5 days, I faced off against MPD, Stadies, and the National Guard. I did eventually take a pretty serious shot from the police. I still continued the struggle for an hour after that, and despite being injured, I wasn't captured, and I was on crutches for like 2 weeks after that. Where's my merit badge? Like, why isn't that something that you get a badge for? Why does it have to be this whole, oh, I'm going to conquer nature thing? I just don't really get it. I want to make sure that people are watching this in the right context. I don't want people saying, oh, he's antagonizing a child. Okay, this is not about a child. I have nothing against children. Some of my best friends are children. This is about a national conglomerate that's had connections to the First Lady since 1917. That's connected to NASA. Sally Ride, for example, was a Girl Scout. This is a discriminatory organization that has never admitted boys, and they have skills. They have resources. I'm the little guy here. I'm the one who's being forced out. I'm just trying to make a living here selling cookies, and they come in, a national organization, and I'm supposed to compete with that? They just keep thwarting me every step of the way. Someone has to stand up to these people. So sales have been down with the Girl Scouts and their Founders Week nonsense. But I haven't given up. As long as she's out here, I'm out here, flinging spoonfuls of delicious, extra melted cookies for my community. This isn't over. In the words of Rabbi Hillel, if I am not for myself, then who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, then what am I? And if not now, when? Dr. Josh's cookies. Dr. Josh's cookies. I know I've never really been good at like eye contact. My voice, I know, doesn't really project, and I have a lot of kind of like nervous tension. I think that's putting people off. Plus, I haven't, the quarantine hair, I just haven't had a haircut since the pandemic, and I don't know if that makes me look sketchy or whatever. I don't really know, but people are just kind of like not really responding in the way I thought. When my mother was alive, she would always tell me, to work on my posture and kind of like puff out my chest and, speak up and eye contact and all that stuff. So, but I don't know. I guess I just never really got good at that stuff. This is very disappointing. I mean, there's everyone who's come has gone, to the Girl Scouts. I don't know what to do. I mean, part of it was bad timing, just being, after Halloween. I think a lot of people are kind of just candied out, and then, of course, all the prices for candy in the stores went down, and so now, in retrospect, maybe it was unrealistic that anyone would pay $35 for 3 spoonfuls of melted cookies. It's starting to get dark, and honestly, I did not make my goals. Didn't have that many sales. I'm debating whether it's worth it to stay out here. It's getting cold. I think as much as I'd like to, keep at this, I'm thinking maybe it is time to just pack it up and go home. I mean, there's no one here. No one else is coming. It's cold. I guess I don't like to give up. I wouldn't say I'm quitting exactly. For now, I think I've done all I can do. A lot of my other ideas just weren't really a success. I tried a savory waffle business. The concept was, well, pizza is a savory pie, so why not a savory waffle? That was a complete disaster. I tried, selling jewelry online, didn't really work out. I really thought, though, that this time the cookie thing was going to be, a big thing. This is the last, nice weather we're really going to have. I mean, if I can't make some sales today, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, once it's winter, that's pretty much it. It's just not going well. Well, I mean, I got a little bit. It's just, Which honestly, this is less than the asking price of a single cookie. I mean, what? Donation? Are you kidding me? I already rounded up when I got the groceries. Okay, fine. Just... I've never been good at small talk. I've never been really good at, relating to people. You know what? I put myself out there. I tried to sell some cookies. I thought, I had a good product, good concept, good branding. But, people just weren't ready for the quiet revolution that is Dr. Josh's cookies. I was a little bit flustered before, I was just kind of upset because I wasn't making a lot of money, and what money I did make, I did end up donating. But I'm feeling more positive now. I have a new concept. It's going to be a youth organization, and it's going to be called Dr. Josh's Urban Survivalists. And it's going to take everyone across the gender spectrum, and it's going to teach everything from lockpicking to anti-fascist tactics, anti-police tactics, street fighting, all sorts of important skills. And our motto, it's going to be no gods, no masters, and no camping. So that, there's none of this going out in the woods and doing whatever. I don't even know what they do out there. We're not doing any of that. I don't know yet if we're going to sell cookies or not. But, the key is to just get as many impressionable young minds under my influence, which I think will be a really positive thing for the next generation. And I'm feeling pretty positive about this. I feel like this could be my legacy. And unlike certain other organizations, which I won't name, we will never be affiliated with any member of the Trump family. So, yeah, I have a much more positive outlook now for the future, and I feel like this experience has really helped me to hone my vision. So, thank you. It's been quite an experience. I actually did end up buying some of her cookies. So, let's see. These are actually really good. They really are.